Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. Banlist time. Banlist for the TCG is out. Yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else here. Let's look at it. Yeah, there he is. There he is. Agito. Yeah, this has been a long time coming. This card should have been banned ages ago. Turns out, genuinely, turns out the problems were the Ishizu cards. Are we surprised? Not in the slightest. Alright, moving on. Kelbeck is also on here. Oh, shoot, I went too far. Yep, Kelbeck, also on here. Expected. Not too surprising. Circular is banned. Let's go! Circular is banned! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Cybers haters, enjoy! Rejoice! Oh, good riddance, MathMech. I feel no remorse for this. This is the correct thing to do. This is absolutely the correct thing to do. MathMech Circular, here's why I think, similarly to Agito, similarly to Kelbeck, basically, if there's a deck that mills, they're going to always play these cards, and they're going to be the best cards to play. Similarly, with Cybers, basically every Cybers strategy, every archetype is now going to play MathMech, because MathMech Circular basically does full Cybers combo by itself, and you can still search it in a myriad of ways, even at one, right? Now with MathMech Circular gone, you actually have to play the insane amount of other Cybers support that's out there, but it does make it at least reasonable. No deck should have Circular. Circular's too good right now. Maybe in a few years when, you know, every deck has a Pot of Greed that actually is just straight up Pot of Greed. Maybe. But as of right now, yeah, MathMech Circular is a bit too powerful. And a bit too generically good. Based. Moving on. Isolde! Woo! Wow, this is... Man, the TCG ban list is always so good. Yeah, Isolde is absolutely insane. I'm surprised it has taken this long for this card to get banned. But yeah, it turns out when Infernoble's meta twice because of this card, maybe you should ban it. Just saying. It's been meta twice now in the TCG. Both times because of this. And then you had things like Goki and the like, Dark Warrior, etc. Yeah, Isolde deserved the ban. Sad, because I do really like Infernoble. But yeah. Goodbye. Yeah, deserved. Moving on. Anything else? Okay, no other new bans. Pretty good in terms of bans. Yeah. Kelbeck, Agito, MathMech Circular, and Isolde, all fantastic bans. No other notes there. And Maxi, I did check, was still banned. So fantastic. Moving on to limitations. Orcust Harp Horror! This should be at 3! They did! It's finally limited! Wild. Yeah, Orcust Harp Horror should have been at 3 like ages ago. Don't know why it's not, but okay, hey, that's cool. Orcust is now slightly more playable. Redox is back. That's okay, yeah. I would imagine most of the Dragon Rulers can come back at this point. They were unlimited in Master Duel, and they didn't really do anything. I think in the TCG, it may have more implications. But maybe not. Who knows? The biggest worry is, like, title with Tearlament. But that's kind of it. And even with that being said, it's not that big of a deal. I did see this, Airlifter. Airlifter is at 1 now, which is interesting. Notably, that is, I believe, the Spell Trap search. Yeah, that is the Spell Trap search. So, that's a pretty big hit to Rescue Ace. I was going to say I would have preferred the Snake Eyes, but we don't even have all of the cards from the Snake Eyes archetype, from Diabellstar and all of that stuff. So it wouldn't really make sense to hit them. So Airlifter's a really good hit. I think that's pretty good. I was going to say maybe you hit, like, Hydrants or something like that, but I do think Airlifter's probably the correct one. Either that or Emergency. Just hit the actual quick play so that people are more able to, like, interact with, like, targeting effects like Imperm or Valor and stuff like that. But all in all, yeah, that's a pretty good hit. I think that will... It'll probably matter. I still think Rescue Ace will be good. I don't know how much that will matter, though. Moving on. Unchained Soul of Shavara is also limited. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, given the fact that Shavara, again, is so very powerful in Unchained. This basically means that now you can either go for the the DDD, or you can have the Shavara in hand, and you can't really do both, unless you're playing 2 Shiyama, in which case, then you summon both Shiyama. Which, yeah, I guess you could, but yeah, it definitely hurts Unchained. This is probably, oh, sorry, I scrolled down too far. This is probably a bigger hit than the Airlifter one. Which is saying something, because Rescue Ace was by far the better, or more represented deck. Dryas is at 1, along with Sunvine Healer. Huh? Whoa. These are terrible. Yeah, I guess? Okay. Healer to 1, I don't think does anything. Because I think most of the time Sun Avalon only plays 1 anyway. The 1 Dryas does matter. That means if you stop Dryas, you do stop them from getting the, that whole, like, engine online, which is pretty decent. But I feel like Jasmine, Rosemary, Aromaseraphine Jasmine would have been a better ban. I think that card should just be banned. It's too generically good in plants, and it makes any sort of plant deck so much more viable, just given the fact that basically you can go from any plant into any other plant. You can, like, it's that, like, Lone Fire Blossom effect, which is very, very powerful. On top of it being linked to, on top of it also doing other things as well, it's just a pretty good card. However, yeah, I guess this is not like a nail in the coffin for Sun Avalon, or for plant in general, plant link. But it is at least a notable hit. So, this is okay. Kind of weird, though. Weird limitations there. I'm sorry, what? Ib? What? Wild. Why? Huh? Ib is coming back to 1. That is a card I never would have thought would come back to 1. Oh. To be fair, Danglong also came back to 1 not too long ago, and it's of a similar name. No, Ib is so crazy. Okay, sure. That's interesting. I'm not sure how this is going to play out, but that is certainly a change. That's certainly a change. I don't really know what else to say. That could be meta-defining. It could do nothing. I just know Ib is like a crazy good card. So, that's interesting. Okay. We'll see how that goes. I don't really have any because I'm trying to think of like what the best decks are going to be post the ban list. And it's like Rescue Ace is still going to be good. Fire King is probably up there. Unchained definitely falls off. Tearlament basically doesn't Tearlament probably doesn't still top or do as well. What are the other ones? Like Centurion is pretty good still. I don't know if there's going to be like a synchro deck. Like Dragon Link can abuse this. I would imagine there's a way to get like a 4 and a 1 pretty easily, right? To go into this guy. I think it's generic tuner. I don't know. I think it's generic. That's crazy. That's really insane. Moving on. Okay. Snatch Steal. I did see this. I did see other people reacting and noting Snatch Steal. This is going to get banned again. It's come off of the list before, and it was in everyone's deck all of the time, and I think it's going to be the same. This card's just too good. Being able to, it doesn't matter that it's just like, that it gives your opponents life points. It's just a steal. And when every deck can have a immediate, just here, this is now mine, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what you're stealing, it's always good, right? Being able to steal, like, a... what is it? The Rescue Ace big guy. I cannot remember his name. It eludes me right now. You know who I'm talking about. Being able to steal just, like, anything, right? Imagine DDD goes and makes their board. Or, not DDD, Unchained. Unchained goes and makes their board, the DDD High King, or High Wave King Caesar. And you just Snatch Steal it. It's like, great, fantastic, now it's mine. Like, Snatch Steal immediately just is kind of crazy. So, there's that. Very interesting. Goes and Matches Limited. Oh, hold on. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, you love to see it. Goes and Match. Rivalry. There can be only one. All limited to one. Congratulations, the TCG. You are the best format, and it's not close. Wow! Wild! You can, if you give me Snatch Steal, I will take 3 limitations on these Floodgates. Absolutely. Fantastic. This is just great. No notes. Yep. Moving on to the semi-limitations. We have Pank is now at 2. Sure. Terror Top is at 2. That's interesting. Okay. That's very interesting. The reason I say this is because if I recall correctly... yeah, I believe the... No, is that not in... That's not in the TCG, right? Is this guy banned? Hold on. No, he's not. Yeah, Imex Saver Invoker. He's still banned. Never mind. Okay, that makes more sense then. I think it's in the TCG that he's not banned. Okay, that's fine. And then Sleepy Memory is now semi'd. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't matter. I know a lot of Pearly haters will be like, it matters. It doesn't really. Not really. I still think Pearly post Banlist is probably going to be one of the better decks. Like, Tearlament was one of the better decks, Unchained was one of the better decks, and Rescue Ace were one of the better decks, and all of those got really significant nerfs, and Pearly got a pretty minor one, so I'd still think Pearly is probably up there. Oh, Infernoble was also up there, and that got, like, absolutely nuked. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Pearly's probably likely to be up there in terms of top decks. Fire King is probably the best deck right now, I would imagine, similar to the OCG. And then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe a Synchro deck, like Bestial Synchro kind of stuff, but focusing on, like, Ib and Danglong lines, maybe. Those are 2 powerful ones, so there's that. I keep scrolling down too far. But here we go. Here are our cards currently coming off of the list. Archfiend should have been a while ago. Archfiend. Infernity could have been full power in, like, 2018 and it wouldn't have done anything. Okay, that's not true. 2018 was a long time ago. But, like, 2020 it probably could have. Kashtira Unicorn. Sure. I would have liked to have seen not Kashtira Unicorn coming off of the list, but more so Fenrir taking its place. I think Fenrir should probably either be at 1 or at 0. It's just too good of a card. Mindcon is now off of the list. Yeah, that's fine. Desires was semi'd. Sure. I don't think Pot of Desires should come back. I think it should go to 1. I think it's too powerful of a card. Just drawing a generic... just having a generic draw 2 is very, very powerful. And I think right now it seems like it's not that big of a deal, but there are a lot of decks that can play Pot of Desires. It just depends on the format, mostly. Spellbook of Judgment, yeah, this is fine. Starter, yeah, absolutely. I don't know why Sprite is so heavily limited in Master Duel and in the OCG, because it's doing nothing in the TCG. Upstart Goblin is at 3. Huh. Sure. Yeah, all things considered, this ban list is fire. It's so good. Yeah, this is just absolutely insane. Harp Horror is finally back. you know, actual hits to the meta that are important hits and actually matter, besides the Pearly hit, which doesn't. Like, it kind of does, but not really. And the reason I say it only kind of hurts is because already off of Sleepy Memory, what are the three... not Sleepy Memory. Off of My Friend Pearly, what are the 3 cards you're already revealing? It's 2 Sleepy Memories and a Delicious. So it's like, cool, you have the exact same odds. You know, you're still doing the same thing. It's just if you happen to draw one of them, now you have a third option. Who cares? Ib is interesting. I think this probably could shake up the meta. This will be meta-defining. Snatch Steal is crazy. I do not understand that. And then the Floodgate limitations are fantastic. So, there you go. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy it. If you did, a like is very much appreciated. And let me know what your guys' thoughts on the ban lists are. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye. Shout out to the Frost Guard, my members. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope you enjoy the content.